Hello and welcome to Press TV's Top 5. I'm Marzi Hashemi. Thanks so much for being with us. Well, Iran has shot down an Israeli unmanned aerial vehicle which was trying to reach the Natanz nuclear facility. Iran's Islamic Revolution Guard Corps, IRGC, said in a statement that its forces targeted and destroyed the stealth radar-evading spy drone with a surface-to-air missile before it reached the nuclear facility. The IRGC said the incident once again proves Israel's adventurist agenda. It added that the IRGC, along with other Iranian armed forces, is fully prepared to defend Iran's territory and airspace against any aggression and reserves the right to respond in kind to such moves. Let's cross over to Washington, joined by former Pentagon official Mr. Michael Maloof. Thank you so much for being with us. Well, now we have Israel actually sending a drone inside of Iran. First of all, do you think that we're going to get any type of international condemnation of this act?
Thanks for having me. First of all, I don't think so. I think that the fact that the Iranian IRGC was able to even detect a stealth unmanned vehicle shows that Iran has very good capabilities. It probably was a reconnaissance craft, and I would suspect that it's not the first time that they've done it. I think that it really does show the capability and the readiness of Iranian forces to be able to respond to these discreet and secretive efforts. But I think given all of the other turmoil in the world right now, I doubt that the international community is going to raise up any kind of condemnation at this point.
Let's talk about, you just mentioned about Iran's military capability. In the middle of all of this, we know that Iran has been under punishing sanctions many of the sectors of the society, and yet despite this they have achieved the ability, obviously, to be able to detect and shoot down this type of UAV or drone that has gone into the society. What does that say in general about, in your perspective, what Iran has been able to do in these more than 35 years since the revolution?
Well, I think that the sanctions, in fact, have made Iran stronger in some respects. Iran has become much more self-sufficient. They have some very capable people and scientists who can replicate and create their own industries and certainly their own technologies that the West won't rely on. Sanctions have been a double-edged sword for the West, whereas before we were able to provide, equipment was provided, and that gave the West some leverage over people who would use that technology. That's not the case now. Iran has been able to proceed on its own and develop its own independent and self-sufficient capability, which is quite something. And I think if this is indicative of their capabilities, then they probably have other capabilities that the world will be surprised about.
Do you think this type of situation that we have seen take place today and Iran shooting down this drone can serve as a deterrence to Israel, or do you feel that the Tel Aviv regime, basically feeling that no one is really going to do a lot against them, would continue to do this, either if it's reconnaissance mission or actually trying to attack perhaps Iran's nuclear facilities?
Well, I think in some respects, if even though it shows a capability on the part of Iran, by flying those drones over, it also allows Tel Aviv to know what the capabilities are of Iran and where some of its weak points and strong points might be. So even for Iran, this can work as a double-edged sword. And I think that it does show a capability for Iran that they technologically are prepared to defend the country. But on the other hand, it serves as a means by which the Israelis will then be able to figure out what lights up the radar systems, as it were, on Iran's in Iran that prompts them. So as I said, this probably isn't the first one that went across, but the fact that they were able to shoot it down probably told Tel Aviv a few things about capabilities, and that then allows them to develop countermeasures, if you will. So in one respect, it shows that Iran is capable of defending, but on the other hand, it gives the enemy an ability to figure out counters to what they did before.
All right, thank you so much for being with us, Mr. Michael Maloof, former Pentagon official out of Washington.